All right. It'll be very in the morning. Parts manager has some data to input. It is from yesterday's sales. Typically, we pull this information from either the financial statement or the MIS or the daily doc in CDK, something along those lines. There will be a management report that we'll have to run as well, which will show us more information with regards to inventories, core, and things along those lines. So let's just jump right into it. So in our parts section, we're going to highlight that. We're going to go to sales. So sales, as of there's no information that's input as of yet. We're going to submit a new record. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to put in customer pay labor sales, customer pay labor gross, warranty sales, warranty gross, internal, counter sales, wholesale, tire sales, gas, oil, grease, and in some parts departments there will be some sublet sale information that we're going to put in there as well. So what we can do is add in our information from our doc or from the MIS or the financial statement. All right, counter sales. Wholesale. All right, this store does not calculate gas, oil, and grease separate. So our total sales is going to be 438830, and our total gross 109743. We'll hit next, and then after next we're going to verify our information, and then we're going to hit submit. After we hit submit, we can hide this form, and I believe that it's the next day over. So we can see where we are currently. We can see our gross profit percentages for all of our different categories. So let's see, customer pay part sales are almost 40%, warranty 37, internal 32, wholesale almost 17, tires 11%. This is all the information that needs to be input on this page on a daily basis. So if we go over to RO count, this will pull information from your service department, and it'll show you where your RO count is currently for the month, as well as where it's going to be projected for the end of the month. Some service managers, parts managers, or parts and service directors will look at that, and it's a way that you can calculate projected dollar amounts for different categories based on what the average repair order is for those. So we're going to go to our labor to parts ratio or parts to labor ratios. These will automatically populate. So on this side, we're looking at a parts to labor ratio for sales and then a parts to labor ratio for gross. Inventories. Inventories are going to have an input. Typically, I do this once a week as opposed to once every day. You can chart it every day. It's not going to be. It's going to give you more data points. It might show a little bit more of a trending, but once a month is typically, once a week is typically will suffice. From this, you're going to need a few different reports. You're going to need primarily the management report. We're going to jump to the grand total pages for this. So my new inventory is, let me see, 933, 0 to 3 months, 224, 731, 4 to 6, 7 to 12, or pre-obsolescence, and then the dreaded obsolescence. All right, our active inventories. So our active inventory, active parts, 224. Our non-stocking. We're going to go to our manual orders, manual SORs. Have automatic phase out. And then our dealer phase out. Hit next. Verify our data is correct. Submit through, hide form. We'll start to plot, and it's going to tell us our percentages of our parts inventories and where we are. So for our parts distribution, we are hovering, let me see, 80, oh damn, almost 90% of our parts are 0 to 6 months, which is pretty good. And our obsolescence, we're under 5. We can work on that a little bit, but overall, not too bad. Parts inventory, or active and non-stocking put together, we're looking at 88, 89%. Manual SORs, a little high for my taste. Automatic phase out and our dealer phase out, pretty much right in line where they should be. So our inventories, we'll look at these, like I said, to do this about once a week. But it gives you a lot of information over time, and you can kind of start to plan ahead as to what we're going to do with some of our aging inventory. Cash, this represents cores, dirty cores, and our sales per parts person. So back to our management reports, the cores. We have $2,945 in our core account. Dirty core is going to be report RDCI, and that's going to be in the parts and service report generator. I do not have the store that I'm currently in does not track these, which is something that we will definitely be working on, because I did find a stairwell underneath there with some cores, all dirty cores that need to be sent back. Sales per person. So if we have 6 salespeople and we've sold $300,000 this month to date so far, with 6 salespeople, we're looking at around $50,000 per salesperson. So I'm going to put a 0 in here for now. We're going to hit next. We're going to submit. We're going to hide this form. Again, our information starts to plot. Level of service. This is a great exercise to perform. So this is going to be back to the parts management report again. We're going to look at total parts pieces as opposed to dollar amount or number of parts. So total parts sold, month to date, 13,951. Lost sales. Everybody should be calculating lost sales. And then we have our customer orders. Then lastly, we have our emergency order. The store doesn't do any emergency orders. Verify information. We're going to hit submit. We're going to hide the form. I'm going to look back through. So our level of service at this store comes out to 76.83%. You know what? That's not bad. That's not horrible. We really should be closer to the 95%, but at least we have a starting point that we can look through. All right. The last department we lastly have is our turns and true turns. So back to the management report. Total sales for the month is going to be 376,180, and then our total inventory. That's actually back on a previous page. It's already calculated for us, but it's still in the management report. Enter in our information. Next, submit, hide form. we're going to turn our inventory 14.8 times in a year. That's pretty good. That's astounding. Typically want to turn an inventory. I mean, the more you can, obviously, the better. But once we start turning it too much, do we have an issue with actual inventory amounts? Anyway, that kind of stuff we can talk about a different day. I just really wanted to get down and show you where to put the information in and how often to put it in. So in the parts department, we'll recap with our parts. We're going to put in our daily sales numbers. This information comes from the MIS, from the doc, or the financial statement. Our accounts automatically populate for you. Parts to labor ratios automatically populate for you. Inventories, typically do these every Monday or every Friday, once a week, will suffice. So we submit a record, enter in our data, hit next, hit submit, hide form. It will start to plot our data for us. Inventories, cash. Cash is our cores and dirty cores and our parts per salesperson. Level of service. Parts sold, lost sales, customer orders and emergency orders. And then our true turns. Total sales, total inventory. Next, submit, hide. All the information will chart for you. These start to tell a story after a few weeks, and then they really tell a story once you get 3, 4, 5, 6 months into it. When you look at a year's bit of information, there's a lot there, but it tells a good story. Once you start to compare inventories with your throughput, with your technician efficiency and proficiency, then you really start to pull some parallels between parts inventory and overall service department health. Hope this helped. Talk to you soon.